You got a game, and a controller. That's the way it goes. But Nintendo has always come. Today, there's the NES. But even in the early days with the NES, they were doing the same sort of shit. So let's take a look at some of the NES. I already talked about the glove. We all know it's bad. So let's start with the zapper. Back then, we just called it the cocky because that's what it is. There's nothing more satisfying than just fucking things. It was the quintessential game Secks accessory. The Super Nintendo also had its own gun, the bazooka. The zapper user detection. That is, when you pull the trigger, this light goes black. You gotta use a few light batteries, and this fucking beast drains them in 666 ice cream sprinkles on top. Even if I point the gun in the same spot, the bullets just scatter all over the place. Now let's look at the Miracle PN. I guess it's a miracle if I could figure this shit out. You might be thinking, wow, Nintendo had a PNS. Well, yeah, Nintendo had everything, but it was also available on other home computers. My only complaint is that the music comes from the board, which is okay, but the gnome comes from the K, and that can be a little confusing. Then there's a duck game. You gotta shoot the ducks. Oh, come on. Most kids would piss and shit on it. In fact, just thinking about it makes me feel like having anal. Yeah, it all comes down to tapping buttons, which brings us to our next Secks accessory. Probably the stupidest thing ever invented. The speeps. What is it? It's a turd. What's the point? To put the fingers at your ass? Now, I just want to go on record by saying I fucking love nonsense. Next is the Trollin' Rocker. This thing is the shit. You stand on it and you troll. I weigh more than 600 pounds? I guess you can say I'm an assaholic. Let's try Just thinking about it makes me feel like